I'm out here at our research field facility on campus. Turfgrass research is being done, and I thought I would take the liberty to show you or talk about the National Turfgrass Evaluation Program, specifically with Kentucky bluegrass cultivars. I'm recording this one day before our field day, and as you can see, we have signs out for people to be able to walk around and hear the talk. This study is Dr. Tyler Carr's study, and what he's doing, he's evaluating potentially new Kentucky bluegrass cultivars along with some established ones on their performance under medium maintenance kind of conditions. And one of the things that this helps is deciding what cultivars to be used, whether it's established in a yard or a golf course or whatever. So it's important to know how these perform. And just a little history on it. Fortunately, as old as I am, I can give you some of that history. The National Turfgrass Evaluation Program, or NTEP, was basically started back in the 60s by a plant breeder at Rutgers known as Dr. Reed Funk. And Reed Funk is like just a total legend. Almost a lot of the initial germplasm and a lot of the cultivars for cool season turf grasses came out of his program. Whether it was tall fescue, perennial ryegrass, Kentucky bluegrass, creeping bentgrass, among various things. An extremely successful program. And when he was developing these cultivars, and for example here Kentucky bluegrass, in those early days he would package up some of the seed from these various cultivars, then ask his colleagues around the country at other universities, primarily land-grant universities, if they would evaluate them for him. So if we would plant them out in the field and then take data and evaluate and send those reports to him. And of course they did. And no cost. There was no money involved, which now has changed because you get grants to do these studies now. But that's kind of how it started. And it was in a lot of ways done out of the good to help Dr. Funk and also help the industry. That's evolved into a program. As I mentioned, NTEP was under the guidance of the United States Department of Agriculture, and the evaluations cover a multitude of ranges and turfgrass species. So in this case, this is Kentucky bluegrass. Again, cultivars. We're doing it here, medium maintenance. And this study is probably replicated at various other institutions around the country. Anyway, I want to point out a few things, and I don't know if you can see it real well. Barren, see some of the names on these cultivars. Barren is a standard. It's been around, I was a grad student, and it was, we were evaluating that product, or that cultivar. Same with Midnight in the back. I have a few others. Ken Blue. Ken Blue is a common Kentucky bluegrass, been around forever. And so you would go around measuring characteristics, how dark green they are, or not as green, what disease they may get. Some of these have like dollar spot, others not. And so those are important things to know. Now, the other thing too, as you can see as we go through here, a lot of these are numbered products or cultivars, PST, K12, 182, I don't know what that is or where it came from. But anyway, some are just being evaluated as germplasm, or the company or whatever wants to kind of decide whether they want to market or not. One of the things that you will say is, like, oftentimes you can go out and look at these evaluations or look at the data and see an outstanding cultivar and go, wow, that's what I want. And then you go to try to buy it, nobody has it. There's more to than the availability of a cultivar than just how great it performs. One of the big things with these cultivars, and you have to evaluate in different situations, is how good a seed producer it is. Some of these, may perform and look really great under their coded numbers or whatever, but maybe they don't produce seed or not enough seed. You can't really bring a cultivar that doesn't produce seed to a market. And also, too, if it's not producing a lot of seed, that can be a problem in selling it, too. So there's a number of factors that go into releasing a cultivar, but this tends to be toward the end of that process where you're actually getting field evaluation.